What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 2. Now, Jay is not working for Journal, but the elusive man is the next likely source of information. Investigate the missing colonists. A ship is waiting for you in the hangar bay to take you to Freedom's Progress, which is where we're going. Investigate the disappearances. So apparently human colonies are under attack right now. Also, if we look at the codex,
Freedom's Progress colony was once a typical Alliance settlement, but
we
following
had went
complete
over this at the
communications
end
blackout
of the
and
last
its
episode. So, let's go to our first planet, shall we? See what our squad mates got to say.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
Just remember,
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
interesting that we're getting the mechs and drones again.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
For real.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Oh. I don't know if we like this lady.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
Biotics.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Okie dokie.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Alright. Well, I don't think she likes us too much right now. Fair enough, I guess. Jacob seems cool.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
I'd say so.
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Interesting. So kind of like the Spectres, but only on the Alliance front, I guess?
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, We don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's fair.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Paragon. We're getting some more Paragon. Ooh. Mission complete. Okay. Experience gained 1,000, level earned 4, squad points gained 2. Shepard escaped attack on the facility along with operatives Taylor and Lawson. Facility destroyed by remote detonation. Salvage teams will ensure no incriminating data survived. Per Miranda's recommendation, I'm running security sweeps on other cells to ensure that Wilson was our only mole. Regardless of the cost, Project Lazarus was a success. Shepard is back. Receive the following bonuses from importing a level 52 character into Mass Effect. Okay, so we started at level 3. 138,000 credits. Okay. Plus 190 Paragon, plus 10 Renegade, and then some resources. Rapid fire grenade launcher favored by Blood Pack Vorka enemies, mercenaries. Capable of taking down multiple enemies with a single well-placed shot, effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers. Cerberus funding and credits found. Interesting. Obviously, today is going to be another episode where I struggle to read.
We should
so
be
that'll
there
be fun.
shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear, and we've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Okay.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Okay. Let's do it. I wonder if we're up against mechs and drones again. And what's up with that? Because Wilson hacked the other place. But who would have hacked the drones here? Unless I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. But they did say the military was mechs and drones. New weapons. Cerberus has provided additional weapons. A machine pistol fires 3-round burst. Very effective against shields and biotic barriers. Weak against armor. Effective against armor. Cryoblast. We have warp and overload. Pull and incendiary ammo. Overload, cryoblast, and combat drone. Everything's weird. Squad. Overload, warp, and Cerberus officer. Combat skills, weapon damage, and health. Entire squad receives a combat bonus. Squad health and squad weapon damage. Okay. Recharge time, detonation radius. A Mass Effect field damages enemy targets and stops health regen. Detonates any biotic powers already affecting the target, such as pull or singularity, causing further damage. Effective against armor and biotic barriers. Massive damage on shields and synthetic enemies. Now briefly stuns synthetic foes if the target's resistances are down. Okay. Incendiary ammo. Pull, and you also have Cerberus. Oh, you have Cerberus operative? This is officer. Okay, so yours is just for yourself. Recharge time, duration, lasts until overridden by another ammo power. 30% of weapon damage over 3 seconds. Okay, so it increases the percentage of damage. Sure. Generates a Mass Effect field that levitates a target. Increases duration. And then us, we also have Overload, Incinerate, which I believe is tech, yeah? So he seems tech in combat, she seems maybe biotic in combat. And then we're fully tech, I believe. Where do we see equipment? There is no equipment? I wonder if that's the armory, like we can't change gear in the middle of a mission? Guess we'll find out.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage. No signs of battle.
I don't like how we have to like face them to hear them well. Can't get into the buildings. I wonder if we'll have like a lot of loot containers like we did in the last one. Ah, 1,000 credits. A lot of it seems to be credits and not gear this time. Yeah, we're back fighting the drones.
Not designed for specialized ammunition.
Our guys seem a lot better at taking cover.
Here we go!
Gotta hurt.
What are we rocking? Hey, how's this work? I guess this is okay.
Requesting assistance.
Enemy down!
Engaged. Subject suppressed.
Up front!
Alright, let's get our combat drone going. Ooh. Ah, armor. Okay. We already need to heal. And that's... Is that this?
Requesting assistance.
Death of
Someone
thousands of
reprogrammed him to
security.
attack on sight.
Okay.
We're not alone here.
Okay. Definitely make sure we pick up our ammo. So yeah, more people hacking mechs and stuff, which is interesting. Oh, I like how it highlights. So if we pick that up, now we have 3 charges. Okay. 2,000 credits. We'll take it.
We've been spotted. I've got no shield.
Oh, get this dude off me. Oh, that was weird. My screen went black, but the recording screen didn't.
Rerouting power.
Okay, another 1,000 credits.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Nice.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Interesting.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Okay. So, first person. That's cool.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Oh yeah,
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of it.
definitely is. It's very easy to get, like, caught on corners. Oh, jeez. Okay. Easy money. Yeah, a lot of credits. A lot of credits.
Use overload on him.
You got it, boss.
Enemy down.
Oh, you just have to get through shields. Okay. They didn't have like a health bar afterward.
Down. There we go.
Fire!
Alright, thankfully that's only our shield. Oh, Jacob down.
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch him.
Okay. We're gonna have to take him out. I hope not. Jeez.
There we go. Enemy down. Enemy down. Perfect.
So what does this
They've
do?
seen us.
Dang, Jacob. Jacob, our new Kaige.
Watch it. Here we go.
Okay, the
Yes!
double overload works well.
Hurry, Shepard. We're inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Take cover by the doors and I take point.
Going to cover.
Taking cover. Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
You guys say so. Oh, okay. I was about to say I probably shouldn't stand in the open, huh? Ah. Yeah, they're done for. That's brutal. Oh, they were deep.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overload will take out their shields.
Oh, he destroys the cover. Alright, Jacob, you got him. Oh, God.
We're compromised.
I don't know if Warp will do anything here. It looks like it is.
Having failure.
We got 6 shots left. Okay, it's almost down. Nice. Okay, Jacob's back up. Can we loot this? Oh no, that just means it breaks. Okay. Destructive cover, I like it.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Okay. I'm kind of being stingy with my metagels. I don't know if 3 is tops. But also says no squad members are down, so is that how we heal? Or do we regen? Over time, like with our shields? Oops. Credits, credits, credits. Ooh, 2 heavy weapon. Oh, we should have used our grenade launcher. That probably would have been nasty. I gotta remember that we have that. Refined iridium.
This is valuable.
Heavy weapon ammo. Research data recovered. 2,000 iridium. So I wonder if these, like materials are gonna be used for research. I feel like that would make sense. Make sure nothing else is back here.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No, 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 no.
Monsters.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect. Swarms coming. Storm.
Right mouse button to perform a Paragon action. Interesting.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Interesting.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
Can't get her yet.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We trust Tali.
We're ready for pickup.
We trust her. She was a good one.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Okay.
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Allegiances. Let's find out about people.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Oh.
Where's Caden Olenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Oh?
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Okay.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist.
Okay, I remember now.
Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Sounds good. What else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Nice. The brand new Normandy. Cerberus can definitely pull strings. That's for sure. I'd like to know more about what happened with the Quarians.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Looks like it already has one. The Normandy. Alrighty. Level up. Level 5. Collectors confirmed a source of attacks on Freedom's Progress. Quarian survivor Vitor returned with Tali Zora to the migrant fleet. Will examine his Omni tool data for anything useful. This part's interesting. Returned with her to the migrant fleet. Obviously, we had a choice there. We'll see if this choice is anything bad or good. You must recruit a head scientist to build this upgrade. 15% more heavy weapon ammo capacity. Power cell technology used by heavy weapons is fairly old, but can be improved by rebuilding the core with more modern components. These improvements allow standard power cells to yield more shots per power cell and allow for more total shots to be fired. 20,000 credits. 2,000 iridium. Alrighty. Our laid-back gear. Also, like, what's up with Joker? Why is he, like, crippled or something? He obviously has something going on in his legs. Looks just like the last one.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Very nice. Use your private terminal to get status updates on your squad. Select weapons for your squad from the armory. Access the Normandy's other decks to customize your appearance. Research upgrades for your squad's equipment. My goodness, there's so much. Oh, we don't have a mini-map. We don't have a mini... Wow, this map looks great, though. Okay. Journal update. Meet with Zaid Masani. Rendezvous with Kasumi Goto. Travel to Alcara. Explore the crash site. Investigate wreckage. Hammerhead prototype vehicle. Whoa. Locks Paragon conversation. Wait, didn't it just say to talk to somebody? Oh, right there. Where is our, Here we go.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Yeah, what's this? Team status? Okay. Not gonna lie, this looks like Garrus, Tali. If I remember correctly, this might be who we're looking for now. I don't know who that is. Team status. Oh, wow. Interesting that some are highlighted, though. Oh. The convict Jack? Dr. O'Keefe? Archangel? Dr. Morton Solis? Kasumi, the Master Thief? The Convict? The Veteran? Loyalty? Ooh, loyalty. Abilities, weapons, submachine guns, and heavy pistols. Oh, interesting, we can only cycle her appearance. Normal, pull, heavy pistols, and shotguns for Jacob. Okay, let's look at this. The Warlord, Dr. O'Keefe. Millennia of combat and strategic experience, rumored familiarity with collector technology. A brilliant, brutal Krogan warlord and Krogan rebellions veteran. O'Keefe is obsessed with saving the Krogan from genophage. It appears he contacted the collectors to gain the necessary technology. Currently at a Blue Suns camp on Corliss, his relationship with the mercenaries is unknown. The Convict Jack, no last name known. Exceptional biotic ability. Criminal background, currently in custody. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic. Little else is known, but the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on a Turian prison ship, Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the subject's release. The Master Thief Kasumi? Sabotage, infiltration, extraction, property acquisition, stealth, agile combat. This subject has stolen extremely valuable resources from Cerberus in the past. Alarm systems, DNA encoders, guards, and various other deterrents were bypassed, and we don't know how. She was last seen on the Citadel. Okay. The Archangel, small unit tactical expertise, omni-tool expert, and noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. The Professor, Dr. Morton Solis, biological weapons expert, light weapons training with Solarian Special Tasks Group. Dr. Morton Solis is a Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the key to countering collector attacks. He is currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. The veteran Zaid Masani, combat survival tactics protection. Zaid has stopped taking work recently, but he was last seen on Omega. His reputation as a premier bounty hunter in the galaxy has caught up with him, and he is rumored to spend his days drinking and shooting would-be rivals. There is none better in a fight. Interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 that we can't see. We have Liara, Garrus, Rex, Caden, and Tali. So that's 5, but 4 here. Interesting. Upgrades. About upgrades. Upgrades improve your squad's members' powers, your weapons, and your ship, making mission success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or research them using a research terminal. Okay. Oh, geez. Ascension Financial Services, your account. From Stanwyck Dobbs, banking agent, Ascension Financial Services, Earth. Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, the subsequent change in status, and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100,000 credits. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We will find the best life insurance rates and coverage to fit your needs. Reply for a free quote today. Elusive Man, Shepard, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief Kasumi Goto and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zakura Ward on the Citadel. Ward. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password silence is golden to begin the rendezvous. We recently had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts in the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to the Normandy's armory so you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicate it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works. Now we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on a planet Ait, Typhon system, and the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. It occurred to our armor technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus is used to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Our scans in the Amada system have turned up something we thought you should see. The final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are... Oh, this is Admiral Hackett. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might find some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander. Interesting. Project Firewalker. The MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet-Side Exploration Rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert Olowe are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. Was last seen near planet Ziona, Alista Ismar Frontier. We've reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zaid Masani, who may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. How do we... What's the difference? Oh. Okay. Archived messages. Okay, cool. I kind of want to talk to everybody first. Check out the ship. See what's going on. Journal. Assignments and missions. Should we do the assignments first? Oh, geez. We literally have all of them. But we want to do... According to Miranda, we want to do this first. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have.
Okay, cool.
If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I'd embrace you? Whoa. I'd drop you.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nope.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe
Okay. Very cool. So what else do we have? Normandy hologram, the galaxy map, personal terminal, terminal, EDI and Joker up here. Okay. Can't do anything with the galaxy, it looks like. We're gaining a lot of Paragon, which is nice. Unlock 15 new Mass Effect Codex entries.
Yes, Shepard.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Interesting.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Interesting.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Okay.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Why are you named EDI?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Oh.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Wow. That is impressive.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Okay.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Your job, location.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Okay.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Awesome.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
All right, Joker.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Enjoy it, Joker. If we're stuck here, we might as well let them pamper us.
Does it breach uniform regs if I get that on a cruise shirt? Because this is my favorite you have no choice ever.
Technically, this is a civilian ship. I'm probably lucky you're still wearing pants.
Yeah, I'll save that for the off-hour cameras. Have an AI watch me 24/7. Insurance.
We love Joker. Light controls. What was that? Shutter control? Oh.
Attitude roll 35.10, pitch 64.18, yaw 10.28.
Well, that's a little cool thing. Huh. Okay.
Man, what I wouldn't give to go play inside.
Well, let's see what else our new Normandy has to offer, shall we? I feel like, honestly, I didn't expect the last game to end so quickly. So this game, I kind of like to take my time on a little bit. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but I'd like to explore everything.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, there's our grenade launcher, so this is gonna be like our heavy weapon armory. Oh, goodness. Look at all the options. That the blue box? What is that? Or that might be our core.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, but is there actually anything I could talk to you about?
Commander, can I help you with something?
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
You got it, boss. You got it. Alright, let's check out this armory. Shepard. Ew. 2 options. Oh. The arc projector or the grenade launcher? The arc projector ionizes targets with a non-visible laser to ready them for a high-voltage electrical attack. As the lightning-like bolt hits its first target, a sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets with the ionization laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of least resistance and arc between them. An entire enemy strike team can be shocked to death with a few pulls of the trigger. I guess we'll check that out. Heavy pistol and machine pistol. Ah, you got your shotgun now. Shotgun and heavy pistol. And you have the same thing as me. So are the machine pistols just the submachine guns? Alrighty, well, we are going to go ahead and end things here. But if you guys are interested, let's go ahead and get into the codex. What new stuff do we have? Space combat pursuit tactics. Depending on light, sensors cannot detect objects moving at faster than light speeds. No ship can be detected at interstellar ranges. Detection at interplanetary ranges suffers from light speed lag. Observers see ships not where they appear to be, but where they were when the light bearing their image left them, minutes, hours, or days before. To counteract the light speed lag, battle fleets surround themselves with spheres of screening and scouting frigates. Pursuers cannot detect ships and directly intercept them. Instead, pursuers track where objects were, where they were heading, and at what speed they were moving. Such data reliably predicts an object's future location and for pursuit along its light-lagged wake. Ships trying to evade pursuit follow erratic zigzag courses, requiring pursuers to make stops to update their projections. Okay, is that everything here? Technology. Computer's haptic adaptive interface. Advances in computing have done away with traditional input devices like keyboards. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user at a height and angle for ergonomic ease. Machines that use this interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys into the computer. Once a user is accepted, motion accelerometers in the user's gloves match his hand's location with that of a proportionate but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. A person can feel his way through using a touchscreen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become so common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have the accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bare skin is the sign of a committed computer user who no longer has to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of the clammy hand spell. Okay, we got something else it looks like. Security mechs. The death of thousands of security and military personnel in the Battle of the Citadel was a loss felt throughout the galaxy. As large numbers of qualified personnel transferred to the Citadel to replace those that died, short-handed security companies filled out their numbers with large-scale use of unmanned security robots. Commonly referred to as mechs, the security robots are typically grouped into light and heavy varieties. Light mechs come in a variety of sizes but are easily distinguished by opposable digits that help them in their versatile security roles. Heavy mechs lack digits and are simply weapons platforms intended to keep the peace in high-threat areas. The quadrupedal dog mech has a face composed of contraband detection sensors, and it too is armed in case a perpetrator resists arrest. A typical security mech has an extremely limited virtual intelligence. Its duty is straightforward and narrow, usually to guard an area, run a friend or foe program to halt unauthorized access, and fire a set of pre-recorded voice commands to warn troublemakers away from the area. Light security mechs are equipped with irritant sprays and electroshockers to force compliance, and heavy mechs may be outfitted with flashbang stunners for similar purposes. When facing an opponent armed with a firearm, any mechs will immediately resort to lethal anti-personnel weapons to neutralize the threat. If the situation turns violent rapidly enough, it may not even use its warnings. Security mechs are frowned upon for actual military duty. Though tough enough to survive most firefights, their VI simply does not have the programming to plan an ambush, rescue a hostage, treat a wound, or any of countless other objectives that a soldier must be able to perform on the fly. Okay. Collectors.
Living beyond the Omega-4 mass relay in the Terminus systems, the mysterious Collectors species is glimpsed so rarely as to be taken for a myth by most in galactic society. In reality, Collectors are human-sized insectoid bipeds and can resemble massive winged beetles.
Gross.
They are a terrifying force in the galaxy, responsible for the murder of hundreds of thousands. Collectors generate permanent stasis fields around themselves, creating nightmarish red-shifted energy fields. In battle, they hold position whenever possible, relying on their aggressive biotics and nearly limitless power. Several types of bipedal collectors have been identified, including minions, defenders, zealots, assassins, and artillery operators.
Oh, nice.
Acting together, collectors have imprisoned entire cities in stasis. While no definite forensic accounting exists to explain the fate of those imprisoned, leading speculation is that victims are harvested for scientific experimentation and neurobiological repurposing.
That sounds awful.
A political economic pact for collective colonial security, the Alliance is the central galactic institution of human society. The Alliance gained associate membership to the Citadel Council in 2165 and full membership in 2183, with Ambassador David Anderson representing humanity.
Cool.
Human political economic relationships vary between combative and lucrative. The Turians, who'd fought humans during the 2157 First Contact War, have become valuable trade partners, despite residual social hostility. Other relationships are even more complicated. The rapid rise of human political influence on the Council, achieving in decades what others waited or are still waiting centuries to acquire, has galvanized suspicion and resentment against humanity. That negativity is vastly outweighed by the respect and trust humanity earned by saving the Council during the 2183 attack on the Citadel, at the cost of Alliance cruisers Cairo, Cape Town, Emden, Jakarta, Madrid, Seoul, Shenyang, and Warsaw, and their 2,400 crew.
Wow. 8 cruisers and 2,400 people we lost. All because of that decision I made.
The Systems Alliance space. With elaborate secrecy, Cerberus labored for years to build a new, superior Normandy. The vehicle's many alterations produced a craft nearly double the original size, requiring an even larger Tantalus drive core to compensate. The new Normandy features greater space in living quarters, research laboratory, observation deck, and cargo bay. Its shuttle can make landings the Normandy cannot attempt. In addition to tight beam communicators, Normandy's Quantum Entanglement Communicator, QEC, provides instantaneous contact with the elusive man. The Enhanced Defense Intelligence AI coordinates many of the ship's combat functions, assisting and even supplanting human piloting. Potential upgrades are numerous. The airframe could support additional armor and an axial mass accelerator. The thrusters could support recent advances in fuel technology beyond H2O2 chemical rockets. And the hull can mount double the standard number of kinetic barrier projectors, leaving space for stronger shields, easily sustainable via the new ESO drive core.
Very nice. Well, I think
the system with the lap.
Yeah, we should be all caught up. Awesome. Ooh, maybe not. Okay. I think we have this last one. 2 beautiful moons, 1 spectacular ring, 0 neighbors, says a popular advertisement for this Terminus Systems world. Ite is known for its sparsely settled population despite being a garden planet with a colony nearly a century old. Blessed with a mild climate, wildlife no more dangerous than that on Earth, and soil and bacteria amenable to imported plants, Ite would appear to be an unexploited paradise. However, it is unpopular for two reasons. The first and most obvious is that its moon, Latae, is in an unstable orbit that will lead to a planetary impact and an extinction level event within the next 2 centuries. As such, all investment in the planet is short-term, and the biggest business is selling off the local biota to the highest bidder. The second drawback is the level of violence on the planet. Like the rest of the Phoenix massing cluster, Ite was briefly considered part of Citadel space during its first wave of colonization. However, when the colony broke off to become an independent planet in 2133, the Council let the doomed planet go with less than a day of debate. Free from any real governing body, Ite's history has since been filled with wars between small frontier town city-states over its resources. The result is a dangerous world where the average citizen is expected to be self-reliant to the point of fending for themselves against cutthroat corporations, strong-arm militia groups, and even Geth incursions. The fighting is so frequent that the name of the planet itself has changed more than 11 times. In a sign of blunt indifference, standard Citadel galaxy maps refer to the world by the name given to it by human colonists in the latter half of the century. Very nice. Well, as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.